Okay, so this is the fifth episode of the series. In this video, we'll be discussing about the user input in Python. With that, we'll be also looking how to use exceptional handling for exception which occurs in taking inputs. Okay, so let's start with a basic example. For that, we can consider the previous day example where we discuss a code which clarifies whether a person can give vote or not. Let us do it with user input. For that, we require the same variable which was age. Now let us initialize the value to it 18. Okay, now we can simply have the if else block which says if age is greater than equals to 18, then we told that the person can give vote. Similarly, we also have the else part over here which basically says that the person can't give vote, right? Okay, so this was done using basic input, right? So we entered the input and then we were checking the code, but manual operation will not be working in coding environment. For this we need user input. Okay, for that we use the input block. Okay, so we use the input block. Now what we do over here, we basically pass a string by directing what we want, okay, from the user. So we'll be writing the prompt over here what we want from the user. So we can say enter your age, right? Now there is one more catch to this input function. So this input function by default returns us a string. Now what we want a integer over here, right? So what we have to do, by recalling to the previous concept, we can reach to a point that we require typecasting, right? For this we will be simply writing int over here, and then we'll be closing the int bracket over here. Now if we compile the code, what we get, we are asked to enter our age. We can say 19, and then we can say that we can give vote, right? Now let us understand few more techniques. So how how does we use exceptional handling for input blocks? Okay, for this we have to understand three blocks. Okay, so the first block is try, and the next block is basically except. Okay, now the third block is finally. Okay, so let us understand each block at a time. Okay, so what is try block? So try block is something which keeps on trying. So what is it trying? It is trying to find out errors. Okay, which type of error? It can be a type error. It can be a value error. Okay, so this type of error it will keep on finding. Okay, now what does this except block tell us? So it tells us what you should do when you incur such errors. Okay, so what we have to do when we incur such errors? So it is like try is your body. Okay, we just keep on trying to tell you what is happening. Whenever there is something wrong, this except block is your doctor. Okay, so what it is your doctor. Okay, so what this doctor will do, so this doctor will will tell you what was the problem, why this, or why this, why were you suffering from this. Okay, now what is this finally? So this finally is basically your parent. So whether you have a like a what we say, and this finally method, and now finally, so what finally block is? So finally block is like your parrot, okay, which will keep take care of you while you are Now let us discuss what finally block is. So finally block is like your parents. Okay, now it will keep taking care of you whether you have some type of disease or whether you don't have. So it will forever be there whether there is an exception or whether there is not an exception. Okay, so let us understand it using a simple example. For this, we will be having our try block at start. Now we can have, like the same thing. We can say a int, and we can say that we can have the input over here, and we can ask for a age, enter age. Okay, now we can have the same code over here. If we can say a is greater than equals 18, so a over here is the age. We can say like can give vote, right? Now similarly we can also have else over here. Now what else will be saying? It will be saying can't give vote, right? Now let us understand how exception, except block, deals with this. So what we will be having over here? So what type of error it can be? So it can be a value error, right? So we are asking for an integer, but it can provide us a word, right? So let us deal with this. For this, we can simply use value error over here with except. Now we can say it wasn't a it wasn't a number, right? So we can say it was not a number. Then we can have finally, and we can write over here, we can say thank you. Now let us compile this code. Okay, so if we compile this code, what we are asking for, we are asking for an age. If we simply provide the age, it tells us that can give vote, because we entered the thing which the try block was looking for. Okay, so we entered the right value, right? Now let us recompile the code and this time enter a word instead of a age. Okay, so we can say like ABDC. So if we do this, what it say? It wasn't a number. And then there was a thank you message. So the thank you message was also when we were right, and it was also when we were wrong. Okay, so where was the thank you message? It was in the finally block. Now you understood a little bit about how try exception block works, or how basically our exceptional handling works, okay, for input errors. Okay, so we will be discussing more about this try exception block. There is more to it, but for now just keep in mind that how we use the input method or the input function in Python to take user input. You also have to keep in mind that by default input return as a string. So to typecast into other, like we have, if we want to convert it into in any other data type, we have to use typecasting. But for the string, because it is by default string, so we don't have to do any typecasting. Okay, so this was all we needed to be discussed in our today's video. We'll be discussing more concept in our upcoming videos. Till then, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, share with your lovely ones. It helps us a lot. It also helps you to stay updated with our latest updates. Till then, have a great coding journey ahead.